Ah, greetings, Flameborn. We were told to expect you. Snake told me to give you full sight tour of our new home, Snake Palace. Don't get me started on that. I don't like the fact that he insisted we name it after him when I'm the one that built it, but such is life when you're top of the food chain, I suppose. I'm Crane, it's very nice to meet you. Snake told me to give you the full site tour, so as you can see, we are positioned high above a deep and treacherous volcano. We found an abandoned sun temple, to which we are currently in the process of renovating the more dilapidated areas. As you can see, we're using more modern building techniques and materials in those spots where the Sun Temple was in quite a state of disrepair. But much of the temple, including this lower overhang, has stayed perfectly intact. The gliding tower to the left, as well, was in perfect repair, though the gliding tower on the right-hand side, you can see we are currently working on rebuilding. That being said, let's go take a look. Upon arrival in our new home, you can see our flame shrine room with multiple depot boxes, in which you can store things quickly before heading back out if you so desire. On this side, we have our not quite finished gliding tower. From here, you can access most parts of the world, but it's still a work in progress, shall we say. Over on this side, we have quick access down to the crafting stations and the repair bench, as well as our main loot area. We'll show you that in a second, but first, let's take a look at our primary and still fully functioning gliding tower. From here, you can see pretty much anywhere you want to go and get there through the use of our advanced gliding techniques. You can even glide straight to that dastardly wyvern over there if you so desire. However, let's head back. So as I said, from here we can access our crafting stations. We have the huntsman with all of her equipment and more beautiful views to behold. A nice warm hall at which our carpenter can do his work, and our blacksmith with his various and sundry furnaces, refineries, and of course his anvil. Through here we have our main loot room, and of course our flame shrine, fully supported in our modern building techniques. The Sun Temple couldn't quite support such a heavy structure, but we've managed to reinforce it well enough. Through this door you'll find the alchemist and the farmer, and of course their various workstations as well. And so our craftspeople don't have to go all the way to their bedrooms. We have a nice work bathroom and a shower, at which after their hours have ended, they can enjoy the views while they get cleaned up after work. This balcony was completely ruined when we found this place, but we've rebuilt it fairly well, in my opinion. Here we have our fridge next to the farmer, and through here we have her fields, our irrigation system, and of course some seed beds and our seedling storage areas. From here you can quick access through our lovely spiral grandeur staircase back up to our gliding tower if you so desire. When we built this part, we structurally had to keep the walls a little bit apart, but we made good use of the space. And for those that worship the bone god, a nice work time shrine for daytime prayers if you don't have time to make it down to the main temple. You do worship the bone god, do you not? Haha, of course you do. Otherwise Snake wouldn't have told me to show you everything. From this point, we'll head down one of our main stairwells here to Snake's throne room. That's my seat on the left there. And of course, all visiting dignitaries must kneel before the two flame pillars while speaking with Snake, as he holds the magic button to release the death door should they displease him. Yes, you heard right, the death door. This will spill any non-believers and heretics down into the volcano. Behind the throne room we have our lovely library. As you can see, we're still working on collecting some of the lost knowledge of this world, but since the latest shift in world law, it's become much easier for us to get the books, so probably be done in the next day or so. Over here we have a nice reading nook or two. Quite cozy in here, quite enjoy it. Secret entrances into the library from both my bedroom and Snake's bedroom. We'll show you those in a minute. So from the throne room we can access the officers' quarters. In here we have Wolf's quarters. Wolf loves his hallucinogenic mushrooms. So if you follow up here, you can see his mushroom grow up, complete with fertilizer. You don't want to know what he puts in there. And his bedroom. Cozy little reading area. Oh, and of course, somewhere here, his self-portrait. Every bedroom comes complete with a signpost indicating which bedroom you're heading into, whether from the balcony or the hallway. Along here we have Boar's room. Boar's a bit of a pig. Hasn't cleaned up in a while and quite the heavy drinker. So many kegs. As well as a cozy little bedroom loft. And a balcony doorway back there. This is my room. As I said, I am Crane, lead builder of our organization. As you can see, I also have a balcony door. Crane's room. Don't come in here unless I'm here. My little storage area, fireplace, office where I do most of my building planning. And of course, both Snake and I possess secret entrances into the library. Snake's not around, so let's head into his room. You can see Snake loves books. Nice little bed with... Man, he's got a lot of books in here. Now I understand why our library isn't full yet. He's been hoarding them all here. I bet all of these safes he's got are just full of books as well. Oh well, that's what happens when you're in charge. Do whatever you want, apparently. And of course, because he's Snake, he gets a private balcony. Snake is on this side of the throne room, of which we also have our barracks for our crafting people and our guest bed, which of course will be yours. You can take top bunk over in the corner there. As you can see, you'll have your own storage cabinet, bedside lamp, as well as a little shelf. It's quite cozy in here, and I promise the blacksmith doesn't snore too loudly. From here, we'll head on down the staircase into our palatial gardens, with our gazebo of volcanic doom, I like to call it. Several benches, you can enjoy the views. Just don't go down there, you'll die. A lovely fountain, fed from our underground hot springs. And of course, more spectacular views of the volcano below. From here we can head on in to our pool and garden side dining room. Yes, I said pool. We'll get to that. Through here, more gardens and more lovely views. Through there's our sauna. We'll check that out in a moment. But let's go take a look at the pool. Of course, before you go into the pool, you should use the toilet and take a shower. We have 3 showers and 2 toilets, so hopefully nobody's peeing in our lovely hot spring-fed pool. There's quite a lot of sitting and relaxation areas for you to enjoy down here. And while you're relaxing, should Snake decide to send somebody to their imminent doom, you can watch them fall through the tyrant's drop there. It's quite hilarious. Of course, there's storage cabinets, so you can doff your armor before taking a dip. In here we have the sauna. You can adjust temperature and humidity by regulating the fire and the underground stream in here, as well as take a rinse off so you don't get our pool all sweaty. So speaking of which, it's a little hot in here with all this armor on. Let's get out of here. Over here we'll find a nice little supply closet. Our servants can get some nice water, clean up. Why are we in here, you ask? Well, because I'm supposed to show you the main altar, of course. Through here is where we conduct our nightly worships to the Bone God. There's a spot for everyone, and when Snake leads his services, we shall all be attending, even you, Flameborn. It's quite a spectacular feat, I must admit, complete with more hot spring-fed glowing water. Quite lovely. From here, we'll head back out, take a quick look at the palace grounds. Looks like daylight is dawning. Off to the side here, you'll find an old garden shed. It was here before we got here, but we decided to keep it around. Should anyone take control of Snake's Palace, we will always have another way, in or out. And of course, this leads deep into our Bone Temple. But we'll head back up, take one last look at the throne room, and wait for Snake to arrive to determine exactly where you're going to be in the whole hierarchy of our establishment. You can quick access anywhere in the palace through these grappling hooks, which is quite convenient. but someday perhaps I will sit upon that iron throne and take the title of Snake, but for now, I am but Crane. I don't think it's fair, considering I did all the renovations here, but such is life. Has he given you any hint as to what your position is going to be? What? What do you mean he said you were going to be Crane? I'm Crane. What do you have in your hand there? How did you get Snake's switch?